Good morning. Today we're going to practice some synthetic division that we learned yesterday. So I'm going to show you this method that will help you evaluate something or will help you find a root if you use synthetic division. So this one is a little different. If you look at this, we already know the zero or the root, so we're going to put that number in the box. We don't have to change the sign. And then we're going to take all the numbers that go in front of these variables. Now this one is a little different from the one I showed you yesterday, and this is the only one that's going to be different. All right, if you notice there's no x squared. So we have to put in a 0 for that, and this is the only one that's going to be different. So the number in front of x cubed is -1, so we're going to put a -1 first. There is no x squared, so you have to put a place for it, and you'll see why later. And then the number in front of x is 6. And then you have another coefficient that's -7. Now you're going to skip a line and draw a line. And then we're going to follow our steps. So you bring down your first number. Bring it down. So -1 comes down. And remember, you multiply in a V pattern like that. So you're going to multiply -2 times -1, and your answer is going to go under the next number, which is the 0. So -2 times -1 is -2. Then we add our columns. So you're going to add up and down. I'm just going to show you like that. So we're going to add 0 plus -2 is -2. Now go back to the step again, multiply in a V. So everything in the box, 2 times -2 gives us -4. Add your columns together and you get 2. All right, then you're going to multiply 2 times 2, all right, 2 times 2, and you're going to get 4. Now, yes, you have a remainder. -7 plus 4 is going to be -3. That's okay. Stop there. Don't do anything else. You don't have to write the equation out or anything. We're going to see what this -3 means on Monday. So just go ahead and finish dividing that and then stop there. Now, I'm going to do number 2 with you also, but then you're going to practice 3 and 4 on your own. So do the same thing. You already know the 0, so you don't have to change the sign. So put your 2 in the box, and look, there's nothing missing. You have a 3, a 2, you have an x, and you have something with no x. So it's okay. Just put the numbers in front. So you have a 1, a -5, and a -6. So 1, 1, -5, -6. Skip a line and draw a line. Now we're going to bring down our first number. So this first number comes down, and remember, you multiply in a V pattern that goes like kind of like a backwards check mark, and then you'll add in an up and down. Okay, so multiply 2 times 1, and you're going to get 2. Add your columns together. You're going to add these two numbers together, and you get 3. Multiply 2 times 3 and get 6. Add your columns together and get 1. Multiply 2 times 1 and get 2. Add your columns together and get -4. Just circle your remainder, and we'll talk about that on Monday. That means something. Now I want you to do number 3 and number 4 on your own, and when you're done with that, I've got something for number 5 and 6 for you. So just go ahead and hit pause and do number 3 and number 4 now. All right, here's number 5. Now this one is like the one I showed you yesterday. You only know the factor, so you've got to change the sign because that's a 0. So to change it to the 0, you're basically just going to change the sign and it becomes a 2. Now we're going to write our coefficients out. Now that's okay. If it makes you crazy, turn all those into x's, but it really doesn't matter. You're really just looking for the number in front. So the number in front of this is a 1. This is a -1. This is also a negative 1, and this is also going to be a negative 2. So we're going to write our numbers down. 1, negative 1, negative 1, and negative 2. Now we just follow our steps. Bring down your first number, multiply 2 times 1, and you'll put your answer up here and get 2. Add your columns together. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Multiply 2 times 1 again. You're multiplying it by this one this time. And you're going to get 2 again. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. So we're getting a lot of 1s, but that's okay. 2 times 1 again, and you're going to put your answer up here. You get positive 2, and this is a 0. All right, so it's asking you if it is a factor. And because this remainder is 0, the answer is yes. All right, I'm going to do number 6. So again, I don't think we have any exponents missing. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, and none. So we're good. We're going to take the 0 of b minus 7, and that's actually a positive 7. And then just put your numbers that are in front. 1, negative 8, negative 1, 62, and negative 34. So we're going to put down 1, negative 8, negative 1, 62, and negative 34. Skip a line and draw a line. Now bring down your 1, and now we start to multiply in a V and add our columns together. So after you do that, now you got 7 times 1 is 7, and then your answer goes up here and becomes a 7. Negative 8 plus 7 is going to give us negative 1. All right, 7 times negative 1, now we're multiplying the 7 times this number right here, and that's going to give us negative 7. Add your columns together. Negative 1 plus negative 7 is negative 8. Now multiply 7 times negative 8. All right, you're going to get negative 56. And then you're going to get 62 minus 56 should give you 6. All right, 7 times 6 is 42. All right, negative 34 plus 42 should give you 8. All right, our remainder is 8. Because we have a remainder, it doesn't go into it evenly, so the answer to this one is no. It is not a factor. All right, you're going to do number 7 and number 8 on your own, and then you're going to turn the paper over so that you can do a difference in sum of cubes, and I'll have a video for that one also. So go ahead and work out number 7 and 8, and then turn the video back on so you can see the example for the back side. All right, so now that you're on the back side of the worksheet, you're going to factor your sum and difference of cubes. So remember, the most important step is to just know how to find your first factor. And if you can remember to do the cube roots in the first factor, you're fine. So the cube root of x cubed is just x, and the cube root of 125 is going to be 5. Hopefully we're starting to memorize these by now. And then you're going to just use that information to find the rest of the factors. Now remember, the first one is always going to be the same sign, so let's just use that. Now to do the second factor, remember we square the outside, so I'm just going to put an SQ there so you remember, and we're going to multiply the middle to find those next factors. So square your x. X times x is x squared. You're going to multiply 5 times x to get your middle one and get 5x. And then you square the last number, and 5 times 5 is 25. Now we use SOAP to figure out our signs. Remember, SOAP means same and then O stands for opposite, and then A stands for always positive. So let's go do that. The plus sign means the same because we're doing the same as that original one. Now we do the opposite, and then this guy's always positive. All right, and I'm going to do number 2 for you because it's got a subtraction sign in it. So let's go ahead and, I'm sorry, number 3. Skip down to number 3. All right, number 3 looks the same way. So we're going to take our cube root. Take the cube root of x cubed. You can't put that in your calculator. You just got to know that that cube root and that cube root are going to cancel each other out, and you get x. Then you take the cube root of 64, and that's a perfect cube. So we're going to find that, and that's a 4. Then we'll go and you're going to square, multiply, and then square. So square your x, and that gives you x squared. Multiply x times 4, and you get 4x. And then you're going to square your 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Let's use SOAP to figure out the rest of it. So we're going to take the same sign that we got here, so minus, and then we're going to do the opposite, and then this is always positive. Okay, so finish up this side of the worksheet and turn it in today. This is how I'm going to take attendance today, so turn it in today. All right, have a great day, and I will see you Monday.